What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hot Book Alert Live. Welcome, everyone, to Hot Book Alert Live. It is a sleepy Sunday. I've been up since, I want to say, 4 in the morning, and I haven't taken my old man nap.
Damn, dude. That is a long run, man. I hope you don't fall asleep in the middle of the show.
Yo, I just might. It has been a long day, but it's just been productive. You know what I mean?
Nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that.
Yo, listen. We were supposed to do Long Story Short on Thursday, right? And so Yi wasn't available, so I had the hosting duties. And I set my alarm to like 10 o'clock or something like that. And I wake up at midnight. I was like, I was feeling way too good for it to be like before 10. And I was just like, and run over to my phone, and the alarm is going off, but there's no sound coming out. I'm just like, what the hell is this?
What good is this? What good is this, man? That's like my laptop now. I got to wear the headphones because there's no sound coming out of it.
It's like, okay, so I thought I had it all figured out, but now there's a new wrinkle in trying to get sound out of the alarm function on your phone now. So
it's all good. It's all good. We will Thursday is going to be tricky. I have to go to New York again. I think I get home right around 10, which is when we go on. So we may have to run a little late, but we're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen. So don't anybody worry about that. But yeah, just another. I've been in New York, man, too much this month. Last week, this week, I think the week before. Yeah, well,
man, you would think they would send you to New York during New York Comic Con.
Well, I went the 16th, the goddamn day before New York Comic Con. Talk about that. That's just like salt in the wound.
You got to speak to somebody.
I know, man.
I got to imagine you are way too valuable for the bullshit.
And it's not. Honestly, it's completely out of my control. We're seeing people who need to be seen, and that's the day it needs to be done. So it is what it is.
Just out of courtesy, hey, send me to New York so I can go to this convention. Just for the hell of it. Come on.
You send me.
I know we run into business, but waste some money on me. Come on, I'm worth it.
The night before, plenty of time to work the convention floor. But man, I saw some videos of New York, man. I'm not even sure I wanted to be there. That place looked like fucking chaos. Looked like absolute chaos, to be honest with you. But yeah, man. New York has got to be putting out more variants than San Diego. It feels like this time of year there are more con exclusives for New York than San Diego by almost like 2 to 1. I just there's just so many this time of year. It's impossible to keep up with them.
Does it seem like San Diego is winding down and New York is winding up?
I don't know. It's just a different vibe. I'm kind of speaking out of my ass a little bit because I haven't been to either one. But from the outside looking in,
you're right. From that perspective,
it feels like San Diego is a lot more of like the movie star buzz, like what movies are coming out, all of that hype coming out of San Diego, where New York feels like it's more comic book focused. A lot of like the panel exclusives, a shit ton of con exclusives, I just feel more of that vibe coming out of New York, whereas San Diego's still leaning pretty heavy on, Marvel and DC and all of the Hall H stuff for the MCU. Like that just seems to be the energy around that show. But like I said, that's just my take.
I noticed like the big announcement wasn't necessary here's the thing. I just kind of like peek in to see the NYCC news and then kind of jump back out. But I noticed like there's no movie news from where I was looking.
I didn't see much either. I mean, that Creature Commandos cartoon trailer came out. I
Mm-hmm.
just saw that like on my YouTube notifications. I didn't even know if that was connected with a con or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, all the movie news seems to come out of San Diego, right? I
I
mean, obviously the Robert Downey Jr. stuff, but that
Yeah.
just seems where all that big news gets broken.
It seems like the only folks is taxing for that baby. Oh, we'll get it. Oh, just you wait, Remo. We gonna get into it. Oh, yes, we will. It seems like the big news that I heard was just Jim Lee was doing Hush too.
Yeah, yeah. And then that had broken earlier in the week. That didn't even come out
Oh,
at the
really?
con. Yeah, I'd heard about that
Okay.
earlier in the week. Yeah, hopefully that works. That comes off well.
Fingers
Um,
crossed, man.
yeah, I mean it's going to be hard to live up to the original, I would imagine, but we'll see.
Yeah, dude, that's what got me back into comics after like 8 years of not
That
like
that
looking at a comic.
that pulled a lot of us back. I mean, that was as big as you could imagine. So, like I said, a lot to live up to, but let's see. I'm here for it.
Lord Tatman's comics.
What's
What's
up,
up
man?
with you? Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
Man. Yeah. Um, I'm thinking, you know what? Let's get into I got like a little bit of a mini haul from Thursday.
Let's see it, man. Let's see this.
And okay, so like I said, I was operating off of no sleep. Like I was telling you, Ben, I was operating off of no sleep on like Wednesday night. Like I just couldn't sleep at all. But I wanted to take a road trip. Like I was dying to like just go somewhere. You know what I mean? For like the first time in ages. So
Feeling the burn, man. Feeling the burn. Yeah.
yeah. And so I'm just like, let me go some damn where. And let's see.
London, man. It's late. It's late in London.
Yeah. Yeah. How late is it? What's
It's like
the
it's like 2 in the morning, I think. It's like 5 hours from Boston. It's 5 hours. So
okay. All right. So I came across this in the dollar books, in the dollar bins.
no, nice.
Okay, so this looks like this is like fan made. And it's like from what I can tell, this is like the ending of it's like the ending of the Transformers told by like a fan.
That's pretty cool, man.
So it looks like it came out like maybe around 20. So you can see the date on it. Came out in 2015. Transformers, the burden hardest to bear, and you can see.
It's not bad.
So yeah, it just looks like he went to Kinko's and just slapped together a comic. You know what I mean?
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah. This is cool. And so I went. I tried to find as much as I could on this guy, and I'm gonna see if I can look it up. Let me see. All right, so this looks like this looks like the guy that I don't know if I'm not quite sure if this is gonna load properly or not, but okay, so I don't know if you can read this. 10 years ago, I made a comic about the end of the Transformers. Then I made some new series, and people new to my stuff wanted the old material. So after some consideration, I decided to dive back into the original series. I made a redo of it. So here's the it seems like this is the art. So Moonlight Studios. I tried to look it up, and this is what I came up with.
All right.
And this is the Transformers fan website.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so this is okay, so this is what okay, so you can all right, so this is the art that is in this book here. And let me see what else I can find. And I don't know anything about it. I figured let me go ahead and pick this up just for the hell of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I mean, some of that stuff that sort of catches fire within the fandom. I mean, that stuff can be hugely sought after. That fan created stuff.
Mm-hmm. Let me
That's
see.
an interesting find, man. That was just sitting in just like a random long box.
Yeah, yeah, like the dollar, like this store has basic. It's like one half of the store is the store is huge already, but the one half is just dedicated to dollar books. And it looks like they had just put some of those in there because I also found the Trouble second print
I love that book, man. I love
in that mix. I found yeah, because this was on Long Story Short, and I'm just like, oh
yeah.
crap, I gotta find this.
I remember reading that when it came out, and I know people got all up in arms about it. But something about that story just cracked me up. Like I did not take it so seriously.
You're right. And also about with that Transformers book, I found the guy's eBay page, Moonlight Studios.
Oh, cool.
And he's selling some of his stuff.
Very cool.
Yeah. So hopefully, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what's going on with the book that I found, but I don't know. It looks cool to me. So I'm like, all right.
I'd have grabbed it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, and I promised a mini haul. So, okay. So I found Trouble, and then I went to a store that I had never been to before. Okay, so I told you about that first store that I went to. Then the second store was a raging disappointment. All I bought were long boxes. And is it me or have the long boxes gotten smaller?
That's a good question. I'm looking around my room. I don't know. I like the BCW stuff. That's what my LCS sells. It's better quality, and I want to feel like their short boxes are definitely longer than my other short boxes, the BCW ones. I don't know about their long boxes, but the short boxes, like the generic short boxes, are definitely feel small. I don't know about the long boxes. I gotta take a look at that.
The only reason why I asked is because I've got. I don't know if you can see. That's the brand new long box that I bought this week, and I slapped the old long box top over the new long box, and it was just way too big for it. So everything's getting more expensive and smaller.
Shrinkflation is everywhere, man.
All right. So, okay. So I went to 4 stores. Took a little 2-hour trip. And then the third store I had never been to before, and I mean, I really didn't find much there. But they told me about a store that had been open for like roughly a year, and I'd never been there before.
Hmm.
So, and it was only like 20 minutes away from that place. So I go there. It's so funny because it looks like an office building, and and like the where you check out comics looks like the lobby. It's so weird. And like there's individual like office spaces that are dedicated that have long boxes in them. Like the setup is so strange, but I came across She's Josie number 2. Oh, no. Here's number 2 right here. So number 2.
That's cool.
Nice. I would say this is probably a VG fine copy. Number 3. That's a great cover.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Found number 3. And number 4. And he gave me a nice discount. So I basically got these for $10 a piece, right?
Nice.
And came across he had My Little Margie. I don't know why I bought this. But it was like $4. I'm like, all right, fine. But he had like some high ratio Avengers X-Men versus X-Men.
Nice.
So this is probably the most expensive one at $10, but this is a Stephanie Hans cover.
Yeah, I remember that book.
Also, I don't know what ratio this is, but he had like a $3 price tag on the damn thing. So I'm like, okay,
I'll take it.
Hell yeah. The sketch variant, I think this goes for like 50 if I didn't know any better. I don't know. But I mean, you look at the price on it. So I'm basically averaged cover price on these. I don't think this goes for anything, but it's the Hastings number 1.
Always grab those Hastings books. Those things are starting to those things are starting to come to life.
Also, so the 1 in 100 for number 2.
That's cool.
What else? Number 3. I'm not quite sure what these go for, but I'm like, for $6, $3, $4, $5. I'm like, all right, fine. Number 5.
I mean, the high ratio stuff, you'll get something for them.
Yeah. These are mainly for like a quick flip in a pinch. I know we talked about this. We talked about the sketch variant for this.
Yeah. A while ago.
Yeah, number 8. Actually, and funny, I saw this on a wall earlier that day for like $50. And I found it for 3. I'm like, oh, it's coming home with me. Also, number 12.
That's a cool cover.
I love this cover. So this is what is this? Adam Kubert?
Yeah, sounds right.
And Uncanny Avengers, high ratio, Uncanny Avengers number 4. John Cassaday.
Nice little score there.
Yeah, I was like, because I was about to be pissed. I was like, damn, I didn't find a damn thing. I was mad. So I came across these, and I'm like, all right, fine. I would have liked to have found more, but you know.
Listen, that's the game, man. You find what you find, and you go back out. So nah, that's not bad.
Yeah, oddly enough, I'm just like, damn, I want to go back out now. I got the itch again. Because I've been staying it. Because I like, if I'm not at work, I usually have been just staying at home anymore. So I'm just like,
When
I
the
kind of want
when that bug bites you, man, it's hard to shake, right? When you
to. No lies told there. Damn. All right. So, Ben, how was your week?
wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. There was a little local, like I don't even want to call it a con. There's a tiny little show in the town next to me I went to, and ended up grabbing some cool things there. And it's funny. The two guys I bought from are both watched the show, which is kind of mind blowing, right? They say, "Hey, I recognize your voice," and couldn't have been nicer. But they both were fans of the show, so if you guys were watching, shout out to you. But grab this for Zeta. This thing's really good shape for this thing. Uh, beautiful, beautiful book there. I found a bunch of like 90s newsies, Spawn, Sonic, a handful of other stuff that I was really happy about. And then I didn't get this at the show, but I grabbed this. I've been wanting this book for a while. This is a 9A. I found this for 200, which was, I don't buy a lot of slabs, but I couldn't turn this one down for that price. One of my favorite drawn up covers. So that's been on the want list for a long time. And like I said, 9.8 for $200 sounded about right. But
Yeah, that sounds very reasonable.
yeah, I mean it's sold for a lot more, and people ask a lot more for it. Not saying they're moving at these prices right now, but yeah, happy to have that book for that price. But yeah, it's a good week, man. Back at it again though. It's Sunday night again, and a whole damn new week ready to come at us. So let's see how it goes.
A whole new world is gonna open up to us. We'll just see.
We will see.
All right. Okay, so I'll tell you what. This sale just ended this evening. Let's talk about it. So this is Wonder Woman number 28, JG Jones steampunk variant, 1 in 25. And as you can see, this thing ended as this is a 9.2 that ended at $805 after 25 bids.
Man.
I'm not quite sure what to say about. I'm excited because I've got a copy that has to be like way better than the 9.2. You know what I mean?
I'm wondering if they took a look at this and think that maybe they could squeeze something better out of it. Just that first look at that spine, it looks like it's a little
too much white.
Yeah,
that spine.
it feels like it's a little roughed up.
Yeah, the 9.2s that I see on these late moderns are usually in really bad shape. You know?
Yeah. I'm a big fan of this steampunk book.
I'm excited. I'm excited at this sale. I love it. Okay, let's see the back. So for anybody just tuning in, this Wonder Woman number 28 steampunk variant ended at around $800, a little over 800 in a 9.2, graded 9.2. Honestly, that's like a raw price.
Yeah.
You're better off just cracking it out.
Yeah. If it's a 9.2, yeah. If it's a 9.2, you're better reselling it raw. Maybe that's what they're thinking. I don't know.
I'm not seeing anything.
The back is clean. It just looks like that spine is a little chewed up in that first picture. All that white, but you aren't seeing it anywhere on the back.
Yeah. Was that a hair on the case? It may. Yeah, I'm not seeing like maybe that corner is a little rounded. I don't know, but this is
I wonder if somebody thought they'd give it a go, CPR it.
You know what? I forget what 9/8 even go for anymore. I don't even know.
I'll tell you right now. Hold on.
Okay.
Wonder Woman 28.
And while you're looking, let's.
So 9/8. So there's 97 of these on the census.
Okay.
9/8 most recent sale was 2,100 back in October 2023.
Wow.
That's a no joke price.
Wow. How much was that again?
2,300.
Damn.
I mean, the high was 2,200 March 2021.
Wow.
So let's just see any 9/2s that have sold.
While we're looking up that,
that's the all-time high. It just edges out the prior high of 800 in August 2021.
I tell you what, let's take a look at if anybody wants to look up the if anybody wants to look up this serial number, it's 031-641-9005.
If Bruce, oh there he is. Bruce, if you're on, you're always good for a little CGC Greater Notes investigation.
I would look it up, but I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. Okay, so this is something that we talked about on last week's Hot Book Alert Live. And this is the Mark Spears Kickstarter covers. And when we looked at it at the beginning of the show, what was it going for, like $200?
Yeah, 200 and change, something like that.
Yeah, and then like during the live stream, it went up to like around 400, damn near 500, and it ended on Thursday at 901.
Yeah,
So,
I was keeping an eye on this. I
mhm.
thought it might go for more, to be honest with you, given how short. So basically $100 a book, not even, right? There's just 8 books in this lot. Now I think the Monster series from Keen Spot's going to keep going. So some of these covers we're going to get on the Keen Spots. They're they'll be very heavily printed.
Yeah.
Going forward, but if you want them,
well, I wonder when we'll see this cover here.
I mean, if they're going to follow the numbering here, so issue number 3, so
yeah,
a couple months. I like The Witch.
The Witch is my favorite. So you got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get 8 covers, and you get. Oh well, the buyer got this little print, stickers, and a card. Not bad.
I think I was talking with Chad Cave about this. All these cards that they throw in with these things. I think at some point some of that shit's going to become pretty collectible, because for comic book collectors it kind of feels like throwaways. You know what I mean? You get it, you don't look after it, ends up in a box, maybe you chuck it, like nobody gives a shit. Just wondering at some point down the road, does that shit start to become a little bit more sought after? I don't know, but I wonder.
Yeah. You know what? I remember when the 3 Jokers, Batman 3 Jokers came out, and they were giving away those promo trading card. Not playing card, right?
Yeah.
And I made it a point to try to collect them, but I don't know where they are. And I got a feeling maybe somewhere down the road, maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah. Nikki Fury. Yes. But I like this cover, and I'm looking forward to seeing this one.
Yeah, I'll grab it for sure when it comes out.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into some slides. Oh, you know what? Hold on. One more. One more. Okay, so we had a Howard the Duck 9.4 that sold for $275.
It's not a bad price. I mean, this book raw will sell for $400 pretty easy.
I'm trying to see like where the 9.4 is. This looks pretty solid. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the best. What about the back? Any pictures?
No, this is all you get is this front picture right here.
Could have some party in the front.
Yeah. Damn
business in the back or party in the back, whatever the hell it is. But
so
yeah, but that's not a bad price. $275 for that book. You could crack that and easily get $400 for that. I was at a con and someone was looking at one for $500 before the whole fucking Fortnite thing went down.
All right, let's get into some slides, shall we? Okay. Oh shit! Look at you,
the CEO in the house.
You are just in time. We are just getting into the slideshow.
Okay, good. What are you guys talking about? I seen you guys talking about what were you guys talking about?
So we were talking about
the $900 sale on the
Mark Spears
Monsters. Yeah, I saw that. I was watching kind of as it going.
Yeah, and what the hell else were we talking about? Oh, the Wonder Woman 28.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there was a 9.2 of that variant that sold for like $800. A 9.2 that sold for $8. And I'm like, holy shit, that's nuts. That's nuts to me.
The steampunk variant.
Yeah.
I mean,
the last 9.8 went for $2,200.
I mean, it is a tough book, obviously. $800, oh man,
for a 9.2, a modern book, a modern variant,
and it had 25 bids on it, so it's not like. Interesting.
I was watching that Lions game while I was putting slides together.
Now if we were Lions like 5 years ago, we'd have lost that game. And we would have went on a 10-game skid, but this is new Dan Campbell Lions. So is
the bad juju off of the Lions?
Okay. I will say the bad juju's off the Lions, but I mean it's the bad thing now is expectations, right? I feel like I don't want to become the Philadelphia Eagles in the Donovan McNabb era, where we go to like the championship game 3 years in a row and then we just fucking tank. It's just like so it's interesting. I mean. It's a new era for the Lions, I guess. I mean, but maybe back in the Barry days. I mean, I was young when that happened, obviously, but I mean, it's just like this is a time and like you can tell how committed we were because I mean, we didn't just run out and get Max Crosby because Aiden Hutchinson went down. So it's like we're not mortgaging our future to win now. So I kind of like that too. So, but I mean, hey, your boy got hurt today too, man. Deshaun Watson.
You know what?
He blew out his old leg.
I couldn't care less.
I know. They still lost.
And they trotted out like a QB that was worse than him.
Well, I mean, and he traded away Amari Cooper. So I mean,
bro, I'm like, what? Give me Jameis Winston.
Yeah, I like Jameis Winston.
DTR. I don't even remember his full name, but that kid sucks. He's awful.
Oh, Gardner Minshew. Was it Gardner Minshew?
No, DTR. Shoot, I forget his name. Something Thompson, Dorian Thompson Robinson.
Oh Jesus,
he's freaking awful. He's so bad. And I'm like, why? Just give me Jameis. Like he has energy. But this isn't sports talk, I guess.
And he likes to steal crab legs, but it's cool, man. It's all good.
Yeah. Didn't he say grab my pussy? He turned a newscast.
Okay. You know what's sad? As I thought when you said 28, I thought it was 38. Because you know what they did this week? They did a
The foil of that thing.
The foil of NYCC. I fucking hate this shit, man.
We gonna get into it.
Okay, good. Okay.
We gonna get into it.
Did you see that? Did you see that news clip I put in the other chat?
What?
We'll talk about that. I guess when we get the foils, we'll talk about that too. How about that?
Okay.
I got some stuff too.
Right on. Okay, so we're talking about Authentic Police Cases number 8. This is a Matt Baker cover. I'd never seen this cover before. I think Matt Baker, in and of himself, is just like a endless well, in my opinion.
He's got a lot. I search for his shit all the time, and I was looking at this book, the one that sold. So I just didn't know if this was. I have such a hard time pulling the trigger on Bakers. There's one coming up on Heritage that's probably my favorite. I'm not going to say which one it is right now.
Yeah,
it'll go for several grand, but I'm tempted to get involved on that one. But yeah, I like this one. I had my eye on it. I was considering throwing some bids on this.
I love this cover. Okay, so let's take a look at the census. 30 total. And there is a 9.2 of this as the high grade. And there wasn't just one sale for this week. There was 2.
Okay.
And it looks like, okay, so one copy sold for $300 and the other one sold for $160. And let's take a look at the $300 copy first.
Was this from the same seller?
Let me see.
Different sellers.
Different sellers?
Different sellers. Yeah, different sellers. Okay, so the $300 copy looks worse than the cheaper one.
I was looking at the cheap one.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, this 300. I mean, it's a great cover, but for $300 and the condition on this,
it doesn't present as well as I like it to be. For $300, I guess. Yeah,
it presents terribly. And let's compare that with the $159 copy. Okay, so I mean, look.
And was there a bad spine split on this one too? I want to say.
It looks like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like right around here. You can see.
And hit the second page. Oh, they got the middle of the book, the second photo.
That's all you get.
Great. Super. I don't even get a back cover, right?
Right? No, not at all. Oh. I think that's why it sold for so low. But you can see, chunks are just Mm-hmm. So they're basically the same, but they're the same, but in different ways. If you know what I mean.
I think this one presents better. If you're going to slab these two, even with those little corners missing, I don't know. I think this one would look better behind plastic.
My bad.
I thought we lost you there, man. All right.
I'm clicking too many buttons up here.
Which one would you rather have, Dino? This one? I think the other one would present better slabbed, even though the corners are torn out.
Yeah, and it's like, I understand. I mean, I guess I wouldn't pay $300 for this. I'd look for a better copy. It's kind of like ASM 50s or like Action Comics 242s, like the real like covers that like are always ticked up and stuff. Like this one's just bad. Like this one's okay. It's just that it wouldn't be that terrible if they didn't have the big vertical creases like all the way down the page. Like I could live with the rigmarole of it around the edges and stuff, but just the vertical creases kill me. Like all the way down the whole book in multiple areas too.
Yeah, it's a little much. It's a little much.
Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest. What was that, $150? Is that what $150? Yeah. That's $300, right?
That was $300. This one was $300.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Though you can move a Matt Baker for a nice markup on a book you buy in for $160.
Yeah, you're not losing money, but it's just like, man, like if somebody's initial trying to get into like maybe complete a run or something like that, that's cool. But
All right. What are we doing next? What are we doing next? Ew. Let's see. Okay. Action Comic or Detective Comics number 69 from 1942. Classic. Classic Joker cover. All right.
Have one of these. I don't have one of these. I like one.
Do you ever see this up on a wall even?
I think I did, but it was like way back in the day, Baltimore, and it was like, remember when you go to Baltimore and there's that dude with like remember the old lamps they had? It was like hot as shit in that area there, and it's like the old dudes that were there. I don't know, it's like some like big seller, but he has like these lamps. It's like a darkened area off in a corner somewhere, and they have like low light lamps, and it's like you can't see anything over there, and it's terrible. I think he had one of those, but I mean, it was insane.
Two-Gun Joker, don't play. I know, right? This is probably my favorite of the Joker covers.
Yeah, I'm not a huge lover of Detective. I know that's blasphemy, but I love this cover. It is awesome.
The red's hard to the red Detective is one of the harder ones though.
Quintessential Joker. All right, so wow, you know what? That looks like a very low count. So 144 total on the census. That doesn't look like a lot to me for a book like this. I don't know.
Well, it came out in 42. That's the reason. November of 42.
I don't know. It just seems like it should be more than that. I don't know. But I guess that adds to the popularity of the book. And we had a CGC 3.5 that sold for $4,300. And that was a buy it now. So I got to imagine this book could have went for a lot more.
That's respectable.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that I think the seller got a good deal, and I think the buyer got a good deal too at the end of the day. What does it say? Oh, is this off-white to white pages on the top, maybe?
Off-white to white.
Small piece on, was it tape?
Small piece out of I want to say, I can't even.
Are they talking about the bottom corner there?
That's what it seems like. They're saying,
or is that just chew down there?
Okay, small piece out of back page.
Slightly affects story. It slightly affects story. Sure, something of 6 page, slightly piece out of something page, slightly affects story. I don't know what the page number is, but it's a page. It's like maybe 8th page, maybe, or something. Maybe if I zoom in a hell of a lot on my computer over here.
God, it's making my eyes hurt. But let's take a look at the back. I mean, this back is pretty solid.
It's a nice presenting copy, man, for sure.
It's like out of 8th page or something. So something's missing in there that's slightly affecting the story, but whatever.
Possible chew or something like that.
Could be.
But yeah, this thing is very solid. I mean, the blacks are black.
Purple's a purple. I love it.
Yeah. This is very bright colors, man. I love these twin guns.
Yeah, that makes the whole thing.
Love it.
That red is nice and bright too, man. It's a good looking book.
This is the Joker that we know and love right here. Violent, love it. What's next? Another Golden Ager. All Winners Comics number 3 from 1942. Carl Burgos and Al Avison art. Not quite sure who did the cover on this, but let's see. Total 74 on the census, with the highest being the 9.6. And do I have the price? Okay, so we had a raw copy that sold for $3,906. Damn. Okay.
That looks like a great. It looks like from that photo. Not looking at like when we deep dive it, it looks really great. It looks really great.
Let me see if I. Okay, here's the listing right here. Okay, let's jump into this. All right. This looks really bright.
Yeah, man, it's beautiful.
Glossy. I love the gloss on this still. Look at that.
I guess, I mean, me being me, and I would be concerned about trimming kind of a little bit. I mean, it looks really sharp, like on the right side. Like, I know the edges are round, but still, it's like, man, there's like nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Too damn sharp, huh?
I mean, right? Like, I mean, nothing. Like, not even. Maybe this person took care of it really well, but
wasn't CGC saying that they may change their stance on trimming? Thought I heard something that there was some discussion around that.
Like to what? Like it'd be a conservative act, maybe?
I don't know. They're going to start being so hard on it. I was listening to somebody talk about it. I want to say,
interesting,
a few weeks ago.
I don't know. I mean, I mean, I would say it's still a purple label. I mean, you're affecting the grade theoretically. I mean,
I would prefer more stringent standards. You know what I mean? So I would be fine with a purple label for trimming. So stop being so don't consider being loosey goosey with the grading. You know, keep a standard.
Right. And if you do change it, announce it, and then explain it. Yeah, explain it to the nth degree too, so people understand what it means.
Right.
No gray area.
Is this a single staple book? I'm trying to see what's going on. Okay, no,
it shouldn't be. It looks good, man.
All right, is it me or does this staple look colored?
It looks like it'd be a little rusty, maybe.
It looks like somebody took a red marker and just like colored over that staple. That's what it looks like. Okay, and this looks like where the other staple is. I'm trying to. Yeah, look at that. I
wonder if, see, like me being me, like, did they replace the staples? Because I mean, I don't know. I just a lot of alarms are going. Not saying this guy is not legit. I'm not saying that the book's not legit. Just to see this book in this condition, it go for that much. Like, I figure like this book would go to Heritage or something like, you know, like in that high of grade.
I understand, yeah.
You know, or something like where bigger people can get eyes on it and stuff. But
would you leave this thing alone, or would you press it if you had it?
I never press Golden Age books. Especially like this one. So basically what happens is on Golden Age books, they're so old that on a modern press, theoretically, you're trying to, when you press that book, you're going to get more blowouts and you're going to get more staple pops on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and for me, so like a press like this, you're not getting, I mean, you could press a little bit out of it, like the top and stuff like that. But I think, honestly, you're going to get a high enough grade where it won't matter theoretically. It's not like you're jumping from like, you know, a 3 to a 7 or something crazy like that.
Yeah. I just, on the wrinkling on that cover, I just wonder if that.
I wonder if you could take a small, like the spade style one and kind of just like iron it out a little bit, but not like I would never full press a Golden Age book. I mean, unless it didn't matter theoretically, you know what I'm saying? Like you weren't going to get a significant bump, but you're trying to make it as best as possible. You know, that's just my opinion. It's just because you got to think modern staples are theoretically different than older staples, and like being so old and compressed like that, you're just begging for it to pop, especially if you don't have somebody who knows how to do Golden Age books. When you go to press that thing down and they put too much weight on it, man, they don't know. I mean, theoretically you don't know, but I mean, you know, on the dial and stuff, but still.
Have you ever you guys heard of ETA Nick, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember watching a video of his where he talked about pressing books and where you would like put a you'd put a board in between the centerfold, but you would cut where the staple is. You would cut out where the staple would be.
Yeah,
So
he would.
it alleviates the pressure.
Yeah.
I saw that video. That was he was doing that for like it was that era of Marvel where the staples really stuck out quite a bit
Yeah.
on the inside, like Ultimate Fallout 4, like that era of Marvel where the staple could get pushed through the book.
Yeah.
So I used to like his stuff a lot. But yeah, he would cut out like a little, just like a little indentation around the staples. So
I mean, you could do the same thing, but I think too, like you got to worry about the heat too, because you got to like, you know, with different, it's old paper, right? So you got to like wet it the hell down, and then, you know, it's a lot of moving parts when it comes to like Golden Age stuff. When it's, you know, old paper, old staples, like you got to really know what you're doing, because if you don't, like, I had a Plastic Man one that me and Sleepy got, or I got from Sleepy was there, and Trey pressed it, and I'm like, he's like, dude, he goes, I can't guarantee you anything. I said, just press it, and if it happens, it happens. But it didn't pop or anything, but it was just, you know, I was going to gain a little bit. Like, it had wrinkling on it and stuff, but there was a lot of trepidation of when he threw that thing down. It was like, I don't know. And pressure, let's be honest. So, like, you know, you talk to pressures, and like, it's always in a hobby, right? Everybody's like, oh, the pressure screwed me, or pressure did this, or, you know, oh, you know, you didn't tell me. And, you know, it's just like, it's like everything else in the world, right? Just like grading is subjective, and it's like, yeah, some people can really mess up a book, but I mean, it's just tough. So like you see the hole in the middle there? Is it a hole? Looks like maybe it's just like, so it's like, you know, that worries me too, because it's like, you know, if you don't wet it enough, then you know, it's tough, you know. And they're thicker books too, right? So it's like,
yeah, most of the time,
you know, you gotta use a little bit extra, you know, a little oomph to it, but it's like, that's what worries me, you know.
It's like you got to go with guys that like have it all down to a formula.
Yeah, and
all
it's
down
just
to a science.
Yeah, and it's like, obviously I wouldn't take, if you got a guy who just flips modern books, I wouldn't take it to him, obviously. But it's just
absolutely not. No.
Yeah, so but it's just it's
modern pressing is a different game.
So I mean, for $3,900, that's a good deal, man. That's a great deal.
But if you can get a blue label out of it, you know, regardless of the grade.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it probably looks like, what, 6 maybe? 5, 6 maybe?
Oh man. Let's see.
Maybe.
What do you think?
I didn't look at the bag. I'm just kind of...
I noticed that the centerfold was detached at the bottom staple.
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen 7s with the detached centerfold theoretically.
All right.
It was I think John Z had a Doom Patrol first Beast Boy that had a detached staple, but got like a 7.5 on it.
Wow. Just give it to Red Hood.
Yeah, I mean, he did my Patsy Walker, and it came out great. I mean, that's the okay. So non-biased, I would give it to Hood and say, hey man, because I mean, he knows what he's doing. He's a smart dude. Like, I mean, you know, he's trustworthy. Yada 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 yada. But you know, I'm sure there's some things you could do where, like you said, like just iron out a little bit of it and don't take a full press on it, because the full press is not gonna. The full press won't help you on the spine. So if I could just iron out the top a little bit to at least smooth it over to get like a 0.5 point bump, that you know, that's doable. All
right. What are we doing next? All right, Planet Comics number 44 from 1946. There was a number of Planet Comics issues that sold this week, but I wanted to focus on this one. I thought this was the best cover, and the price was, I think, the highest of those Planet Comics that sold this week. And let me take a look at the census here. We have 88 total, with the highest being a 9.8. Okay. A lot of these Planet Comics, we'll get at least one. You'll find a copy of an issue that'll be at like a 9.8 or really high grade. You know
These
what I
all
mean?
had file copies, though, right? From these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we had a raw copy that sold for $588.
Okay.
So we have trapped in ladies trapped in bubbles.
That's cool.
Okay.
I dig it.
And you have a myriad. Collect them all. They're like Pokemon. I mean,
this is a good looking book.
Yeah, this thing is really solid.
Can you type in 64 Planet Comics 64 on eBay? You have like an eBay up there. So I like 64 too, and so I'm gonna do a little cost comparison. So that's for $588, right?
Yeah.
So there's a My Comic Shop one that had one listed for $800. That's $530 right now. So I want to look at this one. Yeah, do the one that's $530, the one on the right there.
This one.
Yeah. So robot cover, really cool. Shooting out his junk, which is funny as hell. So would you buy that or would you buy this one for $530? Already graded.
Oh. Oof. That's tough.
Similar price, right? Roughly.
Yeah.
I do like the girls in the bubbles, but I do like this one too.
Damn. I really like this cover.
Okay.
But
yeah,
this one's already graded.
If they're both up on the wall and they're the same price, I'm taking this one over the other one.
I hear you.
This is me.
I totally understand that. Let's take a look at the back here.
It's a solid copy. I mean, the back's a little dirty. I'm sure I could clean that up theoretically.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how much of a bump you would get. Like I could clean this whole cover up theoretically. But it's funny because cleaning's starting to become I would not say a bad rap, but they're being very observant when it comes to cleaning covers. So.
Oh, really?
Because everyone says like, oh, just press and if I press and clean it, everything's press and clean, right? Press and clean. But like if you go to the back and you can see like if it's a terrible job and you can't get it to be like fully white, they're gonna know you cleaned it. So it's like and that's when it's in the dreaded purple label. So that's why you got to be careful in those Golden Age books too. Because everyone's just quick to say press and clean, and they're starting to have a more watchful eye of that stuff.
Oh, so this is one of those listings here where you can basically read the comic.
I like that. I'll take that.
I love this.
23 picks, man. Good for this dude. Whoever listed this. Good.
Look at this panel.
You know what's kind of like cutting edge when they are putting the characters outside of the panels. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, think about that. Like,
people must have thought that was wild back in the day.
Yeah.
Like wild.
It's like 3D.
Yeah.
This is literally the equivalent of 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Look at that. Getting pulled by the hair.
Yeah, and look at the center panel there. Like she's running out of the frame. It's awesome. And look, it's good stuff. Look at that. I mean, I miss those days. I guess I was born in the wrong era. Maybe
that's what I'm saying.
Like front to back, like it's a great artwork throughout.
And the funny thing is like we were talking about this before, like the feeling of thumbing through an old book or just even looking at pictures of the pages, like a reprint doesn't give you that feeling.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like you got to have the original issue in your hand.
Totally.
Nice legs. They knew what they were doing. Jeez. Wait. Okay. Who is this?
I have no idea.
But I appreciate listings like this. But did they? Okay, so we got the back cover. All right, nice. But I you know what? I think it went for so much just because you got the back cover too. I mean, because you got so many pictures to go along with it. So that
That's
always
probably
helps.
higher than a 5.5, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it looks like it.
Right. But so between those two, I'm probably taking this one. Just get this thing graded.
Mm-hmm. All right. What's next? Okay, JoJo Comics number 17. We have a bondage cover. And so Jack Kamen, cover art, Matt Baker interior. And so we'll have the pics in the slides. All right, so 47 total on the census, with the highest being a 9.4. And so we had a raw copy that sold for $171. Let's take a look at this thing. Okay, does this look like a reasonable price to you for 171?
It does for me, but I'm not the big. I hate these covers. I'm sorry. I just hate it. I can't stand jungle covers. I'm just not that dude. They don't do anything for me.
I don't mind them, and I like Jack Kamen a lot. It seems like a reasonable price. I fucking hate snakes though.
I get you.
Man, you guys got me on this Planet Comics run now, so I just started buying Planet Comics books.
I mean, they're
I just don't know
available.
how they resell. Like, I know, but do they really resell them?
I love the whole goddamn run.
I know.
I love that run.
The problem is, like, you just can't find them. Like, I don't know why. It's like that's a tough eBay fucking. You're gonna start buying like $300 books every month, right?
I never see them out in the wild ever.
I don't either.
Like, they don't exist in the wild like that.
When you see them at shows, they're marked up heavily. Like, I mean, people are asking a nice premium for them.
I know if I ever see a Planet Comics up on a wall, I just go, oh, you know what I mean? It would stop me dead in my tracks. I noticed that there's a detachment there.
Yeah.
But yeah, JoJo Comics. All right, what's next? Weird Terror number 3 from 1953. Don Heck cover. You know, his famous crazy faces. His crazy horror faces.
This is one of his best, in my opinion.
Great color on this thing. Love the color. And so 45 total on the census, with the highest being a 7.5, 3 of them. And so we had a raw copy that sold for $213.
This got that All-American 61 feel to it for me. First time in Grundy when he's like, you know, out in the sand.
Yeah. All right, so what do you think?
That's it. I'd buy it. I haven't really been scouring eBay for books, but I would have bought it easily
for $200. Hell yeah,
no brainer. Good deal for that person who ever bought it.
What about this? Does this give you pause?
I guess it does. No, but I mean, still at $151, I don't even care. Because honestly, if you slab it. I hate to say it. I mean, I wouldn't be that dude, but I kind of disclose it. But I'd be like, dude, yeah, there's some shit wrong with it, but you can't see it. So
yeah, exactly. You know, heavy staple rust, heavy migration.
I don't know. Is that mold? I mean, looks.
It's just like
it's weird looking rust, though. I mean, it's like
a combination of mold and rust. That's what it looks like. They knew what they were doing. Look at this.
Oh,
Look at that panel.
They weren't making it up as they went along. They had a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and with Dino, this book slabbed would
take care of most of the problems. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
For extra $100, so you're in it for $325. I bet you could sell it for like $500-600 easily, depending on the grade, obviously.
Did we get a back cover? No. All those pictures, no back cover. Go figure.
That scares me too, kind of.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's there.
All right. All right. What's next? Oh, okay. So we're let's talk about New York Comic Con 2024. Shall we?
I wish Mel was here.
I know, right? What seemed to be the book?
That's the Spawn Momoko book.
Yeah, I mean that book seemed to have a lot. It wasn't my favorite, but that seemed to be the book that everybody was getting worked up over.
There's people fighting in the crowd. Did you see that? Did you read that today?
No. Yeah, what happened?
I heard two things. Well, they had to move the line originally from where it was, and it got a little testy. And somebody said that, like, fists were thrown.
Mm-hmm.
Then I read later on that there was no fist fights. There was a little just like jockeying for position, maybe a little bit of pushing.
So they said the line was kept 5 minutes into the con because everybody basically went from the door when the door opened, ran right to, I guess, McFarlane's booth. I mean, we've all been there when it was Greg Horner. I mean, we've all done it, but it's like the line was capped 5 minutes and people were pissed because, again, people were like the flippers, right? The flippers. But I get it, but it's like the days. I guess we have to think about it where it's like the days of us going to normal cons. Like if you're going to a normal con, you're going to UAW halls and like smaller shows, hotels, yada yada yada. These big boy events, right? You're not going to get exclusive books theoretically unless you know somebody or you're like the first in line. Like if you think you're going to stroll up on a Saturday and get exclusive books, shit ain't happening, dude. That's the way it is.
Yeah. My favorite was the Granov Rogue. There's 3 versions of it. The pink one was the hardest one to get, but the color version was really good. But he kind of tweaked his style. There it is right there. What's it selling for? $50?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not much. But that was my favorite at the con. I thought Granov really took his style in a different direction.
Now, do you appreciate like the other versions of this where it's different backgrounds, or you?
I think the color is the best of the 3, but it had the highest print run, so it's never going to do anything really, and at least not for a while until those all get absorbed. That Will Jack right there, that was hot. I was seeing that book sold out pretty quickly.
Yeah, I noticed. Definitely noticed.
What else was moving?
I hate to say it, I do like Nakayama Wonder Woman 14. Is a red virgin foil variant or something? I don't know if that came out with it, but
scroll up real quick, Carter. That Lilith right there on the right.
Yeah, the Lilith. Yeah,
that book sold. That book was pretty hot.
I guess there's a retailer exclusive for $357 too. That was for Spawn $357. That's big boy money now. So
I noticed that. Which Spawn was that? It's this one.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's a retailer.
Damn.
Those were all autographed, or a lot of them were anyway.
Mm-hmm.
$475. Damn.
So don't quote me. I thought it was like $75 to get it signed and like $50 for not signed or something.
Okay, so it's like, how do you get this?
So you have to go to the Thursday event for that, I think, right?
Oh,
so there's like a Thursday retailer. So every NYCC or SCCC or something, Thursday there's a retailer only Thursday meeting, and that's where they give away special books. So if you know people or you can get in, squeeze in, yada yada yada.
Oh, jeez.
There's a Venom poker or Comic-Con chip, casino chip that's like decent too for like the new movie. They released that too.
So there's so this one compared to
Yeah, I like this one a lot. I think it pops, but it's just not going to move the needle. Just given it was the most common, like 1,500 or whatever, which in the grand scheme of things really isn't that many. I mean, but the problem with these books, right, is that people are going to these con books to flip them. They're not holding them, right? For book to retain value, you got to have people holding it.
They're going up to they're going up to their hotel rooms, man, and just selling them off, man. So, I mean,
it's just going to take time for some of this shit to absorb into the market. But
honestly, I like Terminator 1, the Terminator 1 NYCC.
Let's see.
That's sick too. I liked it.
TerminatorNYCC.
So it's not the face one. It's the one where they're all right there. The one in the second. Yeah, that one.
Is this one? Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that one. I like that one too. The trade dress is actually really great too.
Did you want the Pooh Terminator book as well?
No,
bro. Listen, when I do a search for comics, I exclude Pooh. I make sure to exclude Pooh. I don't want that shit anywhere in my feed. I don't want it anywhere in my search.
Did you guys like the Daredevil? Did you see the Daredevil 14 by JTC? Did you see that?
That was really cool. And then then there was a Daredevil 14. I think it might have been Momoke. I'm not sure, but it had Jeff the Landshark on it, and you could only get it if you had Marvel Unlimited, the app. You paid for the Marvel Unlimited app. I don't. There's a ton of them on eBay, so it couldn't have been that exclusive. But I like both of those. The JTC one is really good. I'm gonna try to, when shit cools down, snipe one of those at some point.
Yeah. I kind of appreciate these. The Magic the Gathering describes their powers and all that kind of stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a trading card.
Yeah.
That's a great rendition of Storm there. Who did that? That's really good.
Let's see. Does it say?
That's a cool looking cover, man.
Yeah, and I believe there's a Wolverine version of this too. If I can find it.
There's a 14 special book too. And it's a David Mack Born Again cover from a panel.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's not the greatest, but it's worth something.
I kind of and here's this the Wolverine Magic the Gathering.
I like that too. Honestly, it's kind of refreshing. I know there's like all this stupid homages to like all the old stuff, but this one's actually really cool. We like,
yeah, exactly. It's like if I buy it, it's like I really got to dig the cover,
especially at full price, right? Because I mean, like Ben was saying, this shit will be fucking. One of the guys, Lord Tadman, said like in 6 months, this shit will be super cheap. So it's just like
you got to be patient on this stuff. But I ended up getting the Rogue cover from Trinity. That they had 150 available before the show for people who had bought from them before, and you had to whatever. Yeah. Be in early, so I got it from them for whatever asking price was.
Did you? You didn't go, did you?
No, I was thinking about trying to get there, but I didn't go.
How far is that away to you?
If I drove to New York, it'd be about 3 hours, so it's not that bad. It's just driving in the city's a pain in the ass. But
oh my god, I can't even imagine. Especially during the convention. That sounds awful.
It sucks.
Like, how far is it away from JFK then?
The convention center, what is it, the Javin, whatever? I don't know. Actually, I don't know how far it is from JFK. I mean, JFK is a ways out, right? I mean, LaGuardia is a hell of a lot closer, but
I guess.
But that convention hall looked enormous. I was watching people post videos, man.
Mm-hmm.
That thing looked just endless.
Like, I would always want to go to New York, but I don't, man, it's just too much people for me, man. I you know how it is, man.
Lord Tadman, you don't want to deal with the hassle. You live right around the corner. You just like,
Nah.
I'm good.
When I saw how crowded it was, though, man, I was just like, "Fucking A, man, that doesn't look fun." Like it looked like it did not look. It did not look fun.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, dude, you got people from. Not saying I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this because I know Mel, but you got New Yorkers there. We all know how the New Yorkers are. Like, fuck, man. I'm just here to just have a good time. They're like, fuck off, you fucker. I'm like, oh, goddamn, I'm just trying to hang out.
That Daredevil is good, though. You see it right there next to the 9.6.
This one?
Yeah, it's a good looking book.
I love it.
Oh, wow.
And it's got like, I guess you would say striations on it, I guess you would call it, or something.
I think it's like his radar sense, right?
Yeah, radar sense.
Yeah. I'm with this.
Yeah.
I'm very much with this. Oh, wow. Okay, I dig this.
Yeah, I got to keep my eyes open for one of those at some point.
It's like, no, what were you going to say?
Oh, for me, it's like, dude, it's like, I don't know, man. Like, for me, I don't know, like, to go to a con for New York, I feel like if I'm going to New York, I'm going to do, like, New York shit, not go to a Comic-Con, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to go to, like, where New York people go, like, oh, I'm going to go, not the, like, Seinfeld Cafe. I'm not going to do that shit. I'm going to, like, oh, this is the best fucking matzo ball soup on a Plano or some shit like that. Like, you know.
Mm-hmm. What's the, there's another con that's, like, next weekend, or was the weekend before? It's like the big circus or the Big Apple. I mean, there's another con there that I think people like a lot. That's obviously nowhere near the scale of
Big Apple Con. Yeah, that's the 23rd. Of November.
Big Apple Comic Con. Oh yeah.
Motor City here is coming back up around November 8th. Up by me. I don't know if I want to go.
Okay. Oh, here's what you were talking about.
Yeah,
the foil. Yeah.
Is that annoying if you have this book?
It's annoying. It's annoying in the fact that it shows up on eBay now as Wonder Woman 38. That's what pisses me off. I wish it would just be like, I wish they would make categories like even put original and foil or other or some shit where you could just like click off the, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like when I search for the Del Auto X23, it's like I gotta exclude red.
Yeah. In Mexico and all the other shit. Yeah. It's like,
yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I get why they're doing it. I don't think it hurts the value of the OG. I think, believe it or not, this actually elevates those books to like other levels, but it is annoying because they're out of freaking ideas. And what else they're going to do than just keep pumping out, hits from the past. But I don't think it bodes well for comic.
I'll cut the line, dog.
Cut the line in NYCC. I wouldn't risk
I know Mel. I'll just say I know Mel. I'll be like, oh, you know Mel?
Oh, right this way.
Yeah. Shit, didn't take me out back like fucking like I'm out in Goodfellas. Like I'm Nicky in Goodfellas.
So you think a variant like this adds to the exposure of the original?
I just watch the prices, man. I don't see them dip. I see them the OGs continued. I think it elevates them longer term because the people coming in for these, they're not in the they're probably never going to be in the market to pay the big bucks for what that book commands. So I don't know. Like I think it's lazy. Like I don't love it, but I've talked to McClay about this. I don't think it necessarily diminishes the original book. I think it in some ways just kind of raises its profile.
This is annoying because it's just like you can find this book somewhere, but they made a foil out of it,
Yeah, they're tapped. They're fucking tapped for ideas. You know what I mean? That's all it is.
What was okay? So somebody went in the chat. How much was it to go per day? Somebody in chat tell me that.
It's got to be $60 a day, $70 a day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my other thing. So like, Motor City. Okay, so Motor City is I would say smaller, obviously.
Yeah.
So a 3-day weekend pass is 90. Friday's 30, Saturday's 45, and Sunday's 40, right? So for me, it's like, do I go on do I take work off and do it on Friday, on Saturday? Do I buy it and it's busy as shit? Do I go Sunday where you might be able to find some stuff? And it's like, for me, it's like, do I get depressed over $45 and not buy anything and hate my life and wasted 45?
Dude, every year Fan Expo comes to Boston, and I swear I'm not going again. And then for whatever reason, I'm never doing anything when fucking Fan Expo is going around. And so I go in. I usually take one of the boys with me or something, and I fucking drop. It's like $65 to go to that stupid show. And anyways, at least this year I found the Bruce Timm Luke Cage book that I've been looking for forever. For $40, so I guess it was worth it. But
that Stone Cold book's dope too. I'd buy it.
Yeah.
Because I'm a loser.
I would buy it too.
Yeah, so I mean, you can get some stuff. It's just for me. It's like I guess I hate digging through books because it's like, oh, I'm digging through these books and none of this shit matters, and I'm like in a golden age dude, and it's like, I don't know. I look at walls and I get depressed because I used to know what books cost back in the day, and now I look at prices and they're stupid, and they're still high because of COVID, and nobody's taking an L. And
these packs from Whatnot, that book's going for $250. No shit.
So they're doing trading cards too, right? Yeah, they're doing trading cards too, right? I noticed like Nerdy Girl was doing trading card drops and stuff, like packs. Like,
I mean, these are packed. They're like they come. There's 3 books per pack. I just saw McClay was breaking some.
Oh, was it cool?
But yeah, there's a box of them. You get 3 packs per box, 3 comics per pack. And
are they blind packs? You got to like rip open the packs. Yeah,
you got to rip open the packs, and so it's just think about it like a big trading card pack. That's all it is with 3 books in there.
Oh wow,
interesting.
Oh damn.
I mean, my wife hates that because she hates cards.
Hold on, let me ask this: why would they put that fucking Deadpool book in there? That book sucks so bad. I mean, Cody Ziegler cannot write himself to save his fucking life. Why is that book in there? Just because Deadpool was hot this year?
Yeah, they got a good deal on that book,
man. Like, I would not pay fucking any markup for that book, and no matter what color foil it was.
I wonder. So I'm not the smartest guy when it comes to this shit. I wonder what Funko Pops came out in 2024 for NYCC.
I remember in San Diego, Spider Boy was a big one at San Diego.
There's a Freddy NYC Headless Freddy. It's supposed to be hot, I guess. Interesting.
Let's see. Oh,
Skeletor. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the Skeletor.
I'm not the pop guy, but my wife is. But
yeah,
but she collects this like Halloween, scary movie stuff. So interesting. I guess the Skeletor was a hot one to get.
Hell yeah.
1,000, only limited to 1,000.
Damn, that's pretty cool looking, actually.
Interesting.
Okay.
What did it go for?
Like $180 roughly.
Yeah.
$107.
All right.
So there are. It's just like a myriad of things that were available at NYCC.
You ready for this one? I'll send you this one in the private chat. You're gonna lose your mind.
Oh, jeez. Let's see what's going on here.
This one sold, I think, for $350. They did. Sorry the link's so big.
No problem.
So it's a Loungefly bag, you know, like those small little Loungefly bags that people have. Like my wife has one that's Guardians of the Galaxy. Sold for $350. 1,000. Deadpool.
Damn.
But
so wait a minute. So those gold foils from those packs, they're limited to 1,000, and they're going for $250. Or limited to 300.
Limited 300.
I thought the reds were the rare. Okay, 300. Okay, but even so, man, $250. Fucking A.
Lord Tatman put up a vid haul this morning, shooting some likes. All right, I haven't even checked my YouTube feed this afternoon at all. So yeah, I'll definitely watch it.
Me too.
Someone was hanging a Halloween flag in my in his development. Nice. Somebody yeah, because I was driving around in Mike's neighborhood, and they were all I saw like one person, and this was like early October, and they were like already in the spirit, like just the whole display. So I got to imagine it's in full effect.
Well, he lives where the Stepford wives live at, man. You know.
Yeah.
Choo-choo.
Mm-hmm.
All good though.
All right, so NYCC 2024. So let's just see, not even comic related, or it doesn't even have to be a comic book. I want to see what's the highest thing that's sold, and then we can move on. Jeez, what the hell is this? What is this? What is this?
Metal? Marvel metal stuff?
Huh? I don't get this.
Oh, that's from Marvel metal from that's not New York Comic Con, that's from a card release.
Oh, okay. All right. So okay, here we go. Here's something here. NYCC exclusive. I don't know what the hell this is.
What is that?
I can't believe somebody sold it for $2,000. Zero, is it zero on the guy's feedback?
8 feedback.
Sus.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is. But NYCC exclusive. Anything else?
That Funko Pop sold for $1,500, but that probably was like the first one I got listed.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I don't count Funkos because if you're like number one in line.
Mm-hmm. Got them up for $780.
It's a whole lot of them.
Oh, it's a lot. Okay.
It's probably all the collectibles from NYCC.
Okay. Now, doesn't Midtown offer some of those?
So the other thing too is like I think you can get them on Funko Online too. So it's not like I wouldn't say a true exclusive, but you know, it's like I think you can order them online too. So it's not a true like, you know.
Yeah, I understand. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I'm not mad at this. All right. Are we done talking about New York Comic Con? Anything else? Anything else you'd like to add?
No.
I don't think so. I think we covered most of the big stuff. It'll be forgotten about next week, and something else will be everybody else be all worked up over. So.
Oh, yeah. James Gunn did do a update at New York Comic Con though.
All right, so that's where the Creature Commandos or whatever trailer came from.
Correct.
Okay. This doesn't look bad. Ninja Turtles first appearance figure. What the hell? Dude, there's just too much stuff.
That's the other thing. Like, I think I get overwhelmed a lot. Like you said, Ben, it's so big that I would just get overwhelmed. Like, I don't know where to go. There's probably multiple floors. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, no, were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say, like, I mean, there are some mid-sized shows that are just a hell of a lot better for digging, if that's what you're going for. Like Terrificon is like a legit good comic book show. It's big, but there's no other like bullshit about it. I mean, it's just you know, every time I go to that damn show, like I come away with some really good stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I think it just seems too much of a production for me.
Yeah, I had to imagine the cosplay would be 10 out of 10.
I mean, it's got to be, right? I mean,
do you fly into Boston for that, I guess?
For what, Terrificon?
Mm-hmm.
You can fly into New York. It's or you can fly into yeah, you could. There's some smaller airports like Providence. Probably wouldn't be that bad, but it's a damn good show, man.
Okay.
And if you talk about to some of the dealers, like Very Gary, he raves about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, a lot of people. If you're there for books, that show is one of the best.
Right on.
There's free parking at the Mohegan Sun, so
yeah, and when you're done, you can go to the casino and you know,
lose more money.
Yeah, man, all the money you didn't blow on books,
Yeah,
you can blow it on blackjack.
All right. Okay, so we are finished talking about NYCC. So let's jump into some more modern age here. Okay, so this is a book that I've had my eye on for a very long time. This is a Valiant book, Eternal Warrior number 5 from 2014. This is the 1 in 50 David Mack variant. Like I said, I've had this on my watch list for probably forever. This probably might be at the top of the want list because it's just so it's just like so early on the list, you know, so it's there. But yeah, this is one of those. This is during that time when they were producing like those mythical variants that if you don't see them up close, then they probably don't exist. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, all too well. Never found this thing.
Okay, so 20 total on the census. 898s, including a signature series. And we had a raw copy that sold for $202.
Damn.
I don't even say, like, I don't see this at conventions. I don't see it anywhere. I don't see it even at a marked up price. You know what I mean? So
a couple of Valiant guys steal those books and put them in their box, and they don't ever leave the box, right?
$200 on this is just a weird price. Like, it's not a deal. It's more than I'd want to spend, but given how hard this book is to find, it's probably not that. I mean, it's probably worth grabbing for that price.
Yeah,
it's like right at that level where I wouldn't want to pull the trigger, but it's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if you don't buy it now, probably years from now, it'll be worth more, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of, let's see, CIRCHER. Let me talk about this one because this one sold as well, but I don't have it in the slides. But this is Eternal Warrior number 1. I believe this is from the same seller. And the 1 in 50 Zercher variant.
Yeah, this thing's also a ghost.
Yeah. I love this cover. I have like 2 copies of this.
You do? Nice.
Yeah. I freaking love this cover. I think for a time it really wasn't going for anything. And it references, it's homage to Eternal Warrior 4 from the original series. The Dennis Cowan did the original. But yeah, I love this one.
I skipped the Valiant books. You guys, I know you don't.
I mean, I loved when I was reading in high school, like all of that Valiant shit was like awesome. Like he had Image going crazy, and then it Valiant side by side, and Valiant started small, and some of that earlier stuff was exploding in price, like tougher to come by. Like I loved all that stuff, and then it got too big and it collapsed on itself. But
exactly, it's like you had Valiant, and then you had Image. Like the Image was more art focused, and Valiant was more story focused, and like the art wasn't even like that great with Valiant, but the stories, resonated.
Yeah, man, they were. It was Shooter running that whole thing, and yeah, I mean, like the Harbinger story was badass. Like I remember, like just Archer and Armstrong. I would get into all of them. Like,
yep, exactly. And it's like the art was just so, it was like damn near minimal, but it didn't matter because the stories were so strong, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you know how they say never skip a leg day. Never skip Valiant.
Duly noted.
All right. What are we doing next? Okay. This book here. Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, number 6. This is the Virgin Dan Parent variant. I had this one back in the day.
We talked about this on freaking. I don't even want to see the price this fucking book's over. It's gonna make me mad.
Have you ever seen this book?
We talked about this one on Long Story Short, but I the trade dress I've come across, but not the Virgin.
Yeah, somehow, some way I came across the Virgin. I don't remember how though. That's the thing. I just don't remember how. 2 on the census. Okay. All right.
No 9.8s, a 9.6 and a 9.4.
All right, so let's see what I don't remember the sale on this. So, okay, so we had a raw copy that sold for $130.
Not surprised.
So if you saw one at a show for like 100,
no. As much as I like it, I'm not dropping 100 on it. I would probably be willing to go $50 on this thing.
I understand. Okay.
Maybe $60 on this, and that's because I'm cheap. But yeah, this is a dolphin homage.
Yeah, I knew it was homaging something. I thought it was like that Betty cover where she's like snorkeling. But yeah, I can see the dolphin. All right, what's next? All right. Vampirella number 3 from 2001, the Bruce Timm variant from Harris Comics. I love this cover. I have this one. I'm probably going to hold on to this one. I won't be.
This is a great looking book. I've never come across it in the wild. That's not true. I've seen it on walls, but like it's the kind of book I would expect to be digging through the vampy boxes nobody looks at. But
exactly, and when you see it, you'll just be like, you know what I mean.
And I found a bunch of vampies like that, like the Vampy 24, like the Planet Comics 1 homage by Stevens. Like I've come across a bunch of them, but not this one, even though I've always dreamed of it.
I know, right? So that blowout sale, that blowout sale that I keep talking about and keep referencing all the time. That's where I found this one. And because I had the I had the other Bruce Timm, but the one side was faded like heavily, and I couldn't look at it, so I got rid of it.
Yeah, that's the one where she's standing up there where it's like the yellow and orange.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But somehow, some way that the cover was just faded, and I had to get rid of it. But this made up for it. All right, so 43 total on the census, and a 9.8 sold for $900.
Damn.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I'm just curious what the high end is. I'm just going to check real quick.
Okay.
I mean, these are the kind of books that are starting to really take off. As people kind of like refine their collections, like there's just some of this stuff that's really, taking on a life of its own. So I'm not surprised to see this.
I noticed they reprinted this cover on a new Vampirella variant.
They keep doing that shit. It's so, like, you know.
But like you said, does this add to the profile of this original here?
It does. I think it builds on it. It's weird when they're doing it on their sale. I can understand, like, why retailers are, you know, doing these for cons and things, but for you know, for them to put it out themselves, I just don't think it's, you know. And they did that Michael Turner one exactly the same. Like, you can't even tell the difference. Like, if you look at it, you know, it's identical to the original. And that really pisses me off. So yeah, that's an all-time high for that. Damn.
Wow. Okay.
It's almost 2x. 517 was the prior high. Wow. Back in August.
Crap. So it's climbing.
Yeah, August 2023. That's a big move. That's a big move.
I should have said I have a copy of this. It's not graded though. But I don't know. I might have to roll the dice. Get that thing slabbed. All right. What's next? Monsters Unleashed number 4. So this is the Salvador La Roca variant, hip hop variant. And from 2017. I never see this one. Ever.
Yeah, we talked about it on the other show, but yeah, this might be one of the hardest ones of the hip hops to find. This thing never shows up.
Exactly. So 6 total on the census. And we had a raw copy that sold for $200. It just sold today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised to see this thing go for $200. I mean, I agree with Lord Tabin. I don't love the cover at all. I appreciate the scarcity of it.
Yeah, exactly.
But
exactly.
I don't love the cover. It's not something I would be proud to display. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I'm like, it's expensive, so I can appreciate it on that level. But other than that, I'm just like, pass. All right, next up, Tales from the Fringe number 4 from 2010. So this is a 1 in 25 Carlos de Anda variant. And it's referencing the Crisis on Infinite Earths Death of Supergirl cover, but in reverse. These Tales from the Fringe covers are expensive. Like, they are hard to find. I never see them. I never even noticed them before.
Yeah, man. Like, you never see these things. It's also the kind of book, if you're going fast, which you have to do sometimes, you may just skip by it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. 9 total on census. But the overwhelming majority of them are 9/8 though. And we had a raw copy that sold for $105.
Yeah, this whole set are all homages, and they're all reasonably tough.
Yeah, man. I've never even noticed them until like pretty recently. All right, so this is a returning contender here. So New Mutants number 1 from 2009. This is the Andy Kubert Wizard World Philly partial sketch cover variant. That's a mouthful. And you take a look at the census here. We have 22 total. Majority of them being 9/8. And we had a 9.8 that sold for $14.50.
Yeah, man, that's a big book. By no means my favorite Magic cover, and there's the same art on another version of this book. Just it's not as quite as white, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this book goes for a lot.
A little much.
I wouldn't, as much as I like the character Magic. I don't know. I just, for $1,500, I would drop the money on something else.
Completely agree. But that price is very noteworthy, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so Ghostbusters number 14. Now, this is a book that popped up on my radar back in I want to say like 2021 ish, around that time.
Yeah.
Tristan Jones taxi driver variant. So this is from 2012. 16 total on the census. And a raw copy sold for $292.
Yeah. It's a cool book, man. I dig it. It's rare as hell. It would I guess I'm not surprised. I mean, this seems like the market is soft, but people are just paying up for cool, tough to find books, right? I mean, they still they're still, you know, getting good prices. So I can't hate on this.
This one, okay, so this run of Ghostbusters, I see it pretty often, and I see variants from it, but never this one.
Yeah, I mean, 2012. I mean, who the hell was, you know, reaching to make sure they got, you know, these variants, you know?
Yeah. And I noticed like when I'm looking at sales for VHS tapes, I noticed Taxi Driver, like as early versions as you can get, those go for a lot of money.
Yeah, man.
Sealed. So anything Taxi Driver is just like
That was a
out of this
classic.
world. Yeah, for sure. All right, next up, prototype number 1. I believe this is a second print.
Mm-hmm.
If you can tell, if you're looking at the barcode there, the last, usually when it's a second print, the last digit is going to be a 2, and if it were like a ratio variant or just a regular variant, that 2 would be like in the middle.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. So I believe this is a second print. And this is Jim Lee. I do have the color version of this, which is the regular, which is I believe the 1 in 10 variant, which is that Jim Lee cover. And only 2 on the census.
Yeah. This book is super hard to get. Now, I generally like Jim Lee sketch covers.
Mm-hmm.
This one just doesn't, I don't know what it is. Like, it just doesn't do it for me. Like I his line work is fantastic, but but yeah, but this book is a damn ghost.
I know. I didn't even know this existed until this week.
Yeah.
I thought I had the version with the color variant, but I guess I don't. All right, so we had a raw copy that sold for $98.
Yeah, that was a good buy. That was a good buy.
That's what I'm thinking. Damn it. All right, what's next? Iron Man Armored Adventures number 1. This is from 2009, 1 in 10 Scotty Young variant. This is on Long Story Short, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we've talked about so many of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this book. I like this book. You know, a 1 in 10 from 2009, Scotty Young. I mean, you know, for these series aren't heavily ordered. This is a good book to have if you can find it.
I should have looked up the numbers on Comicron.
I can tell you. I can do it quick.
Okay. But yeah, this book, I like you were saying, you know, even I can't say I'm necessarily that big a fan of Scotty Young, but if his covers come up anymore, I gotta stop. You know.
Well, the other thing is, people seem to pay a premium for his non Iron Man Armored Adventures. No, it's weird. It's everything I search on this is coming up as like a TV show. Like a DVD. What's this? Okay, here we go.
I definitely can't imagine the print run on this.
July 15th, 2009. Okay, I'll tell you right. It's going to be small, man.
Okay, so you had a raw copy that sold for $80, and that was a buy it now. So, hey, Igor,
It's not even coming up. Like,
damn.
yeah, it's not even coming up. So it means by Comic-Con standards, it's less than 3,000.
Okay.
So 1 in 10. That was for $80. I would have happily grabbed that.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Hey Igor, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
This is a sleepy weekend. As soon as I jump off, I'm probably going. Well, I'll probably finish watching football, and I'm pretty sure Ben is going straight to sleep.
I'm going straight to bed.
All right. Next up, Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, so we do have a Sonic in the slides here. 196. So this is from 2009. Why is this book hot? I don't know why. I don't know why. So we'll get into it. 43 total on the census, 20 being the 9.8. And okay, so we had a newsstand 9.6. So it wasn't even a 9.8. So a newsstand 9.6 sold for $500. And then you had regular direct editions sold for $175 and $165.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
I've got stacks of comics. Sonic comics beat to shit because I used to buy them for my son. I'm sure that one's in there. I'm sure that one's in there somewhere. But it's a 2.0 if the cover's still attached. I mean, half the covers are torn off them. Like he read them, through and through. But worth grabbing Sonic comics, man, when you're out there digging.
You went to Igor. You went to NYCC. You went to New York Comic Con. We were talking about it in the
Igor was
earlier.
like, he was giving me the play-by-play. Like he lived NYCC, right? Man, the guy was had his finger on the pulse of everything at the damn show, right? Most of my info I got about the con was from Igor.
Did he tell you about the fights? Was he the one?
It was Igor. He's the one that threw the first fist. Like, he wanted that. He wanted that Spawn Momoko more than anybody, man.
Yes. All right. Now, this is something I would just want to touch on really quickly. Red Hood and the Outlaws, number 26, the Putri variant. Okay, so there were like a lot of sales for this book this week.
It goes for the I have this.
I don't know why though. Why? Is it a first appearance? What's up?
I don't know. I just remember buying this thing for $1 because I just thought it looked badass. Like,
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this. And I didn't want to, I don't know. I just couldn't bother to look it up to see if it was like a first appearance or not. I don't know. But I just noticed it was just all new costume.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's all good. Oh, yeah. Because he has that. All right. As plus kick-ass cover. Yeah, good cover. For new costume for Jason. Okay. All right, next up, Amazing Spider-Man presents Black Cat #1. Okay, so we have the 1 in 25 J. Scott Campbell variant. Now, I do have this in a 9.8. I do have this, and that book is staying in the collection.
Yeah. If I think about the top 5 moderns I want, this is definitely on the list, without question. But it's getting to a point where I don't think I want to pay for it. Is the problem.
I'll be honest with you. I still think it's undervalued.
Really, I don't know what this went for, but I'm just picturing a big number in my head.
Okay, all right. So we had a 9.8, 2 9.8s. One sold for $1,300, and the other one sold for $1,500. And to me, I'm like, I wouldn't let this thing go for less than $3,000, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a great book. Lord Tatman saying, "Sell it all and get a Golden Age cap." I do tell my kids are like, well, "What are you going to do?" It's like, maybe I'll sell it all and get a Captain America #1 at some point. It's high as great as I can. sell it all, and just put it all into that one book.
It's like my thing is, I want to get rid of like the stuff I really don't care about first. I'd rather get like get dimes for the stuff I don't care about, and let that stack up, as opposed to, and then I'll get into that, and get into the stuff that I really like.
I don't know, man. The print run on that Amazing Spider-Man Presents was really, really low for a Spider-Man book, and this is a 1 in 25. So if it's 500 and you see it, let me know, because I'm happily buy as many as I can at that price. But I would be surprised if it dips down to that level. The book is hard to get hands on. I never even see it anywhere. Like, I go to cons, it's never on the walls. Like, I never see that book.
Yeah. 1 in 25 from 2010. You got to think of it in that terms.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, speaking of, which one?
I mean, we've already answered this question. So the Black Cat. I got a really rare Campbell this weekend, though. I was so freaking pumped. It's I got the color hold
on. Would you get rid of stuff, Helen Liu? Would you get rid of stuff you don't like but rare, or stuff you like but cheap? Ooh, man. Yeah, a little column A, a little column B.
It's that, man. He does have tons of Black Cat, but this is the first time he drew Black Cat. He doesn't have this one. This was like before he blew the character up, and frankly, before he became like a big Marvel cover artist. So I agree with you. He does, but this book was way before all that. So The Secret Life of Crows, I have the sketch version. I got the color this weekend for $100. These were limited to $100, 100 a piece. So,
yeah.
A really like damn near ghost to find. So I've had this one, but I found the color version this weekend for $100, and I was very happy to score that.
Nice. Oops. Okay. So everybody out there in YouTube land, which one would you rather have? The Black Cat #1 for 15, or the New Mutants 9/8 for 15? They're both 9/8s. They're both basically go for the same price. Which one? All right, next up, Black Boy Fly. This one just sold today.
This book is awesome, man.
We talked about this on Long Story Short, right?
A long time ago.
Long time ago.
And then back on the Flip Side days too. Yeah, man. You know who's got this is Rob. He's got a copy of this book.
Oh, damn. How the hell did he do that?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, 42 total on the census. Oh, wow. There is a 10.0 and a 9.9 signature series. Okay, right on. All right, so we had a raw copy. Our raw copy, after 25 bids, that sold for $1,136 after 25 bids. So this was an auction for this.
This book is highly sought after, rare as hell. I'm not surprised, man. I am not surprised.
Yeah, man. I was looking at the cover artist's Instagram page, and he's definitely got some chops. So
I forget the story of this book, but there were not a lot of these made. There's a couple versions of, but this one they were just being sold directly, I think, by the artist or at shows and things, and it was super like maybe less than 100.
Yeah. All right, that's it.
All right,
that's it.
Time to get some sleep.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching Lord Tatman's Comics. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you guys for watching. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us talking and BSing about comics. Something I love to do. And hopefully this week I won't oversleep and I won't miss long story short. If you're not in New York,
I'm getting back, but I should be getting home. I get in like around 10, which is when the show kicks off. So maybe we're starting at 10:15, maybe we're starting at 10:30, but we're doing the damn show. So
right on, man.
We'll be there.
It's on and popping. It's on. Nice. All right. Thank you guys again. And we will see you next week. And hopefully we'll I'm hoping I can do a comic haul video sometime this week. I've been lazy. But I think again, thank you for watching. I can't thank you guys enough for watching. But we will see you next week. And cheers, everyone. Good night.